Nicole Banister, aka Nikki BANZ, interviewing the one and only Jordan Ligons Robinson right here on Nikki BANZ Live. All right, y'all, we had some technical difficulties, but we gonna get back into it. I think maybe I lost my data. I'm trying to figure out what was going on here. I think maybe my data ran out, which is crazy because I'm in Morocco right now. A lot of y'all might know and I bought like 50 gigs of data. I bought so much data. I was like, I'm here for a month. I need all this data. But I'm like, maybe I used it all. It's very possible. I just be going through data. I be posting on Instagram, trying to holler at all of y'all, post all these things. So I think that's maybe what happened. So my bad, y'all. My bad. We gotta get the girl Jordan Ligons Robinson back right now. Okay, my bad. I see she's here. What's up, baby girl?
Hi. We're back.
I think that was my bad. I was just saying, I think maybe I ran out of data, even though I bought so much data for my time in Morocco. I changed my SIM card. I bought like 50 gigs of data. And I'm like, maybe I used it all. I'd be going through data fast. My bad.
You're good. We're back. Back like we never left.
Back like we never left. It's all good. It's all good. And for those of you who are just tuning in right now, Jordan and I have been chopping it up the last 30 minutes about her transition from basketball to storytelling, talking about how she is literally amplifying the voices of female athletes and Black women across the United States, telling the stories that nobody else is telling. And we're also talking about how Jordan is here sharing her story more and more and more. And I think, can we just talk about how as an athlete, as a basketball presenter, you have like the best name for this? Like you were born for this. Do people tell you that all the time?
All the time. I feel like my parents knew exactly what they were doing when they named me Jordan. I feel like growing up, it was always like, oh my God, Jordan, like Michael Jordan. And it was kind of like a tease because I played basketball. I mean, it's right there. The content is right there for you. But to be able to actually work with Jordan Brand, with my name being Jordan, I was like, okay, this was a match made in heaven. This was perfect. It kind of worked out.
Literally. So can we talk about this dope new series that you have with the Jordan Brand? Take it from LA, literally talking about the intersection of basketball and culture across Los Angeles. Like, break down this series for us because we, the people, are so excited. Jordan by Jordan, the most epic collabo ever. Talk to us about it, girl.
Yeah, so Take It From LA came out earlier this year, and it was a mini series. It was 4 episodes that were about a couple minutes long, and we were able to go all over the city and interview, important people within the city in the basketball community. And whether that is, Tanisha Ware, who's over the Women's Drew League, or Gustavo Jimenez Jr., who is an artist and a muralist that you have definitely seen his work all over LA, or different players. It was so cool, and everything that I could have dreamed of mixing culture and basketball and storytelling all in one. And I mean, the fits, the shoes, I love shoes so much. So that was just a huge part of it for me. And it lived in the Nike app, and it's on YouTube, and it was so great and so wonderful to work on.
Wow. Well, congratulations. That's such a huge moment for you to be able to bring all these things that you love so much, the kicks, the basketball, the Black culture, all these things, and blend them together into a mini series. I mean, it's like, those are the sorts of dream opportunities that we as hosts and as presenters, we're like, we dream about these things. We're like, this is the show that I've always wanted. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. It really was a dream, and how it came about was even more dreamlike. I got asked, so at the time I was working a 9-to-5 job for a tech app startup that was in youth sports. And I was kind of like, okay, I pivoted away from journalism for a little bit. I had a little bit of a moment like, I need to make money. Maybe I can't be a writer. Like, maybe this is not for me.
Right.
So I had that moment. I was in that job, and then slowly but surely I got asked to write stories and go back into journalism and ease my way back in. And I was like, yeah, I miss it. So I got asked to be a part of the writer's room for that show, to be able to pitch people to be in the show. And I saw the list of hosts, and they were all celebrities, all very famous people. And I was like, okay, that's not what I'm gonna be in. Like, I'm not there yet. That's kind of what I took away from it. And I pitched some things, I wrote some things, and then they were like, well, the celebrity host we had fell through, and I pitched your name. That's what the producer said, who I was friends with. He was like, yeah, I pitched your name. Your name's Jordan. It works. I sent them, your podcast, your website, and I just wanted to know if that was okay with you. And I was like, yes, that is amazing. Thank you. And I put in my 2 weeks notice at that job. And I was like, I'm betting on myself. I'm going freelance. I am fully diving into storytelling. I think I can do it. I'm really nervous, but I don't really know what's ahead of me. I am a planner. I do not do this. I was like, this is a leap of faith that I have never done. Wow. And on my very last day, I got the call that I got that Jordan Brand deal. And I was like, well, that's not a sign that I am needing to leave one place and go into another. It was amazing. So to be able to do that for a week and film and be dressed up and be styled, and it was like, this is a dream. Like, every day I had to pinch myself, like, is this really? I've never done it before. I've never hosted a show. I've never even been in front of a camera when I did that. Wow. I never did that before. And for people to kind of trust in me and believe in me that I was even capable of doing that, I was like, thank you so much, because I was doubting my own self.
Wow. I mean, just to hear that story, and the line that you said, I'm betting on myself. And literally, when you bet on yourself, other people will bet on you too. And there's always this thing that people talk about with like friendships or colleagues or people who are really in your corner. People always say, like, you need to have people speaking your name in rooms that you haven't even entered yet. So to literally hear that, somebody in the writer's room was like, I pitched you. Like, I pitched you. I know you. I know what you're capable of. I've seen your podcast. I've seen other things that you've done. Like, you can do this. I mean, that is just the most beautiful vote of confidence. It's like, those are the types of people you need, like, in your corner all the time.
All the time. All the time. And it makes you think, who are those people? Are you that person? Like, I know that I'm trying to pay that forward because of so many opportunities that I've kind of entered into, fumbled into, didn't even know I was going to be doing that. That's the same thing that happened with Spinsters. My co-host Haley O'Shaughnessy, we worked together at The Ringer. She got a job and was hosting, and she said, hey, I need to practice hosting. Can I call you and we just record it? No one's going to hear it. No one's going to see this. It's just for me practicing. I was like, okay, yeah. We talked about the Clippers. We talked about Paul George. I didn't prepare at all. And then she calls me 2 days later. Yeah, so everyone saw it and they want you to be my co-host. And I was like, what?
What?
I wasn't prepared for that. So life just happens that way. And so I'm always trying to make sure that I'm doing the same thing. If there's someone that I think is perfect for a role, or if I can't do it, or if it's someone else's skill set, I know my skill set. So if it's outside of that, I want to make sure that I'm bringing people along, because that's exactly how I've gotten everything I've done so far.
Yes, you better preach that, sis, because I think that's the type of attitude. When I think about the faces that we see hosting, presenting, emceeing, speaking to us as the masses, when we see those faces and when we see those people, it's like, I want you speaking to me, Jordan. I want you to be the one putting me on, connecting the dots, because when it's you, it's not just you. It's the whole community. It's all the women. It's Black women. It's female athletes. It's all these people who rise when you rise. And I think that's the type of thing that sometimes when we see people in the media, we see people in these positions of power, and it's like, what is the trickle down effect? How are we creating ladders so that people can actually start to climb, you know, where we're climbing? Like, we're still investing in ourselves. We're doing what we need to do to keep rising, but we can definitely take some people on the journey with us. And I love that you do that and that you're so thoughtful about that.
Thank you. It is important. And it's always a thing of, okay, well, I made it through the door and I'm not going to slam it shut once I made it through, like, or secretly close it and gatekeep. I'm going to say, okay, doors open. Come
Doors
on
open.
in.
Let go.
I know that so many people are above me, higher pay grade, on television more, that are doing that, and that's how I'm getting through. So it would be wild to me to shut it after me and say it all ends with me. No. I don't want that at all. I have so many people in college or young professionals. I'm still early in my career too, but you know, they are seeing me doing all these different things and they're reaching out, and I always say, would you do it for free?
Right.
I know my co-host Haley, she hated that statement. She's like, no, it's work. You better be paid.
Yeah.
But I think another side of it, you definitely need to be paid. You need to know your worth.
Right.
But I would do all of this for free. Like, you would not. I love it so much. And so that makes it a passion. That makes it more than a job, because I think when I was in that 9-to-5 job, I was only doing it for the money and I was not doing it for the passion. And I hated it every day. I was like, what am I doing? I'm not interviewing somebody. I'm not writing. Like, you have to know all of those things about yourself. And if somebody pays you, that's amazing. And then you're like, okay, add a couple zeros onto that. But if not, and if you would do it and all of money was not even a factor, would you do it for free? And that's where you're able to tap into your passions and what you really want to do.
I hope that everybody on this live right now, everybody watching the rerun on YouTube, I hope you are asking yourself that question right now. What is the thing that you would do for free just because you love it so much? And if you can answer that question, that is most likely your passion. And if you're not doing that thing right now, then you need to start figuring out a way to get to do that thing. We're not saying you're gonna do it for free. You're gonna do it for a couple zeros.
We ain't saying that. Yeah.
We ain't saying that. But it is the thing that you're passionate about. And I feel you so deeply and so strongly on that, because what is life if we are actually not passionate about the things that we do? That's why I can sit here, NIKKI BANZ Live, like, I ain't got no sponsors. Nobody pays me to do this.
We need some sponsors.
We do. Whoever knows a sponsor for NIKKI BANZ Live, please call me. Please slide into my DMs, because I need a sponsor for this. But it's because I love it. It's because I'm like having the best time talking to you, Jordan, right now. I'm like, I'm so happy to spend my Tuesday like chopping it up with people who are pushing me to think critically, pushing me to think outside the box, to hone my craft as an entertainer and as a presenter. And it's like, when you are doing that and you do the thing that you love, you don't even care that you're doing it for free, because you know at the end of the day, the money's going to come in because that's what you love and that's what you do. So yeah. I'm loving it.
I love it too. I think when I do get paid, I'm like, wow, people pay me for this? This is great.
Exactly.
It's a job. I'm laughing, talking to people all day. Great. I love this. I didn't even know this existed to be a job. So I think that's a part of it. But yeah, you got to know your worth too. I think that's the other side of it. And knowing when to say no. I think I struggle with that sometimes. I struggle with kind of stretching myself too thin at times, because I'm like, I would do it all. So yes to everything. Yes. And I don't want to jeopardize the work that I do by saying yes to everything and knowing what's aligned with me what speaks to me, what is in my passions, like just making sure you're asking yourself all those questions before it's just a yes, because I'm like,
Right.
yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. What do you need? But sometimes it's not that, and then sometimes, like, you know, I've been in the past couple months where it's a waiting period, and I'm also struggling with that. Like in between projects, some things aren't starting yet, some things are way off in the horizon, some things have ended. So now I'm so used to being a busybody. Like, what do I do? Did I make the
Right.
wrong decision? Did I, like, going down that rabbit hole? But now I've been able to kind of call my friends and be like, hey, you're really good at this. How can I be good at this? And I've been taking
Mm.
notes. I'm like, you are so good at analytics. I called my friend Nikai, so I was like, how do I do this? Like, I'm more on the people side of basketball. How do I step more into stats? I think there's a mix of both. I want to do that. I want to become a historian on the WNBA, women's
Wow.
basketball. I got
Wow.
books. I'm learning. So it's not been easy, but I've been taking this time to learn more, because I think the worst thing I can do at this time in my career is be like, oh, I've made it.
Right.
I'm chilling.
Right.
You saw a Jordan brand? I got that.
Yeah.
No. There is still so much that I need to learn, and so much that I want to get better at. And I can't wait to watch videos from earlier this year and be like, oh, this time next year, I'm so much better. I'm able to talk to a camera and be calm and not nervous. So
Wow.
I'm trying to be more studious during this time. Yeah.
That is such a powerful reminder for everyone who does freelance work, whether you're a host and a presenter like we are, or anyone who's in between jobs. In those moments when you have a bit of downtime, maybe you're not booked, maybe you're waiting for the next big opportunity to pop off, be a student, be a learner, hone your craft even more. I think that's such a powerful reminder and thought for all of us here today. So Jordan, please be expecting a phone call from me after this. We'll have a little Zoom session. I'm gonna be like, talk to me about how you get sponsors.
Yes,
we're gonna talk about that.
Doors open. Come on in.
I'm climbing up that ladder right after you, baby girl.
Let's do it.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. And I'm just like, I love your energy. I love your enthusiasm. And I love the way you're able to just tell it honestly, because that's the type of transparency that folks really need and really value today. You know, once the glitz and the glam of Jordan and WNBA goes away, it's like, what was Jordan really saying? What did this girl really say here, you know, about how she spends her time, about how she hones her craft? So I love it so much. And so I'm thoughtful that we have about 5 minutes left here on the live. And so I just want to ask you, Jordan, I want you to give us all of your plugs. Talk to us about where we can find you, how we can continue to support your work. Give us all the handles. Tell us everything so that we, as your friends, your fans, your followers, we can just continue to support and amplify all the incredible storytelling work that you're doing.
Thank you so much. I'm like, does it have to end? This was so fun. This was the best ever. Thank you for asking me to do this and share part of my story and ask me about my story. I appreciate all the work that you do. You can follow me on Instagram at Jordan Ligons, or on Twitter at _Jordan Ligons. The Robinson is a new ad, because you missed the earlier part. I got married, so the handles can't change because the blue check is there.
Right.
So at Jordan Ligons, you can look up my Buckets videos on YouTube. You can just search at Buckets. The show is called My Buckets 5. So I think that's it. I think that's it for now. The Jordan brand, it's on my website, jordanligons.com. You can watch all those episodes. I don't know where they are in the Nike app. It changes on different phones. I didn't know. So It's like sometimes it's on this tab, sometimes on this tab. So I was like, that's Nike. Y'all know what y'all doing. I'm not gonna tap into that. But they're all on my website at jordanligons.com.
Yes. Ladies, gentlemen, however you identify, the one and only Jordan Ligons Robinson in the building. Seriously, Jordan, this has been so phenomenal. I'm sorry we had a little internet situation in the middle, but this IG Live interview is going to be up on YouTube so everybody can watch both portions. I'll put them both up there so that you can watch this interview again and again and again. What an honor to learn more about you and your journey. Jordan, I feel like this is just the beginning for the two of us. I know I'm in Morocco right now and you're in Cali, but I'm in LA every summer, like June, July, August. So I'm gonna see you real soon. I feel like maybe we even be co-hosting something, somewhere in this world.
Speak it into existence. Let's do it.
I think that's the vibe. I think it's happening. It's done. It's done. The universe knows it's happening. Jordan Ligons Robinson by NIKKI BANZ. Check.
Yes, let's go. I'm excited now.
Me too. But seriously, this has just been such a pleasure. Thank you for rocking with me here on NIKKI BANZ Live. Thank you to all of the incredible folks who have been tuned in this entire time. Some of y'all even came back after we had the technical glitch. We're so grateful to you. So thank you, everybody. It's a pleasure having you here. You know I do this every single Tuesday, interviewing the most incredible artists, entertainers, activists, and influencers across the globe. And it was such a pleasure having you, Jordan, truly. So thank you. I'm going to see you again on the gram, hopefully in real life soon.
Yes, hopefully.
I'm sending you nothing but love. Thank you for being here on NIKKI BANZ Live.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Best of luck. Thank you for having me a part of the alumni of your esteemed guests. I will frame it. I'm so excited to share this. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, everyone, for being here on NIKKI BANZ Live. I will catch you next Tuesday. Bye, everybody. And don't forget, follow me on Instagram @TheyCallMeBands.